Oh, this is so weird. Okay. Hello and welcome to the channel Autumn's Boutique. I am Autumn and happy 2021. So I am going to be talking about where I've been. Even though I've just started my channel, I took a huge break starting in September and honestly leading until now. And I have reasons for it and yeah. But I'm back, hopefully for good. We're gonna see how 2021 plays out, but fingers crossed that it's good for all of us, this video is kind of going to be all over the place. It's just like a reintroduction to myself, I guess, to this channel, I guess. I don't really know. I don't know what this video is going to be, but it's going to be something. Okay, so let's start off with 2020. Let's recap 2020, what happened, and all of that fun stuff. So in September, I fell into one of the biggest reading slumps I've ever been in, and it was so bad, and I physically, I just could not get myself to pick up anything, not even like an audiobook, not even like a graphic novel, something that I usually rely pretty heavily on when I'm in reading slumps. I couldn't get myself to read anything, and it was painful. And unfortunately, it lasted literally until this month. It lasted till the end of December, and it was just awful because I just didn't want to read anything, and then I got to a point where I wanted to read everything, but I was so scared that I was going to pick up a book I didn't like and fall into another reading slump that it just kept me from reading. And so I spent the last 3 or 4 months of 2020 not reading a single thing, and so it hurt. I also was very just unmotivated to do anything, and that's why I stopped. I can't remember when my last video was. I probably should have looked at that beforehand, but I'm pretty sure it was sometime before September. And I was really excited to do all of the Halloween readathons and all of that fun stuff, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't get myself to read, and I was just so unmotivated, and I couldn't think of any original content to film, and I wasn't having a good time on here anymore. And I stopped watching most of my most of the booktubers I subscribe to. I stopped watching majority of their videos as well, and kind of just switched direction completely. And I'm glad to say I'm back. I've caught up on majority of the videos I've missed between the some odd months, the very, very long months. And yeah, I'm very inspired right now, and I think it's from the new year rolling in and all of that fun stuff. But I'm more inspired. I am hoping to continue this channel and grow this channel, and read a lot of books this year, good books this year. I'm very hopeful, hoping for the best. There are some things that I want to disclaim right now. One, the last time, if you saw any of my past videos, I had red hair, and now my hair is like a dark brown. I dyed it back in September, really soon before, or right after I decided to just stop filming and everything. So it is fading a lot, and it's my roots are growing out a lot, but it's whatever. And then also my bookshelves are in complete disarray. It is a hot mess back here, so please just ignore that. I am going to film a vlog for this week that I hopefully actually upload and all of that fun stuff. And I am gonna consider organizing it in that vlog, but we'll see. Maybe it'll be a video of its own. Who knows? It's a lot of up in the air right now, and I'm kind of excited for that, So, obviously, as you know, we have been in a global pandemic since March, and it's been a pretty crap year, and it's fine. That's fine, Actually, and like my year started bad. I'm not even gonna lie. Last January, I was like getting out of like my first serious relationship, and it was just like an all over bad time. So, and I mean, yeah, I had some very, very good times throughout the year too. So I'm not saying all of 2020 was bad. I'm not saying that. It's just, I feel like it was more bad than, like, there were more like bad things than good in 2020. So we are moving into 2021 with hopes that it is an overall good year. And I mean, hopefully that is true for everybody, including people who had good 2020s, like I hope everyone has a good year in 2021. So fingers crossed. So talking about 2020 again, I'm gonna like discuss everything I read and all of that fun stuff real quick. I have some stats to share and everything and all of that. And then we're gonna move on to my like 2021 resolutions, if you will, and just like what's I'm expecting of myself in the coming year. So yeah, so last year I read a total of 77 books. I had a goal of 100, but it's fine. It's fine. Things happen. We don't always complete our goals. It's fine. And with that, I've read a total of 25,031 pages. Sorry. The average book length in 2020 was 325 pages, which is very accurate. I usually stick to around 300 to 400 pages when reading, just because that's like my like niche, like my perfect number right there. Just between 300 and 400 just hits the spot every time. So yeah, that's always been like the case even before I started like heavily reading. It's always been around like 300. I've always gravitated towards like 300 to 400 page books. So that's honestly, it makes sense. My average rating for 2020 was 3.7 stars, which is pretty good. I feel like I had a lot of 5-star reads last year, which I mean is good because I'm starting to like figure out what I like reading, and so that way I'm not reading as many like disappointments, And I did have, I believe I had 2 1-star reads, which I like rarely ever give 1 stars. So I did have 2 really, really bad reads this year too. That's just a little bit on what I read. I do think I'm tempted to do a video, a separate video where I go through all 77 books I read and my like ratings of them, and more like specific statistics based on that. I'm contemplating doing a video of that, but I'm not really sure because we're in 2021 now. Like I don't know if, I mean, granted it's only January 4th, so I don't know. It's a lot to think about, I guess. And then okay, so now let's talk about 2021. I have several goals and resolutions, if you will. I would actually like to reach 100 books read this year. Granted, I didn't hit it last year. I didn't hit it the year before. I was really close the year before, I believe. But if I don't hit it, it's fine. I'm pretty sure on Goodreads I only marked it as 60 books for this year. I think I only marked it as 60 books, but I mean, ideally I would love to reach 100 just because, yeah. But obviously things happen. So if that doesn't happen, I'm not going to be like discouraged or anything. I will be proud of myself even if I only read 2 books in 2021, like it's just kind of, I'm taking my goals with a grain of salt, just because I don't want to like over like put too much pressure on myself, because then I'm just gonna lose like all form of motivation, and I think that's another thing that happened to me last year is I just kind of like kept putting so much pressure on myself and it just wasn't working. Another goal is I want to post at least 1 video a week this year, not next year, this year. I was working with a schedule Mondays and Thursdays previously, and it just did not work for me at all. I would miss a Monday and post on Tuesday and be like mad at myself, and then I wouldn't have anything filmed and miss a Thursday. It wasn't working with my schedule. So I think I'm gonna take the first month, I'm gonna take January and just allow myself to post kind of whenever, just to see like what days are best for me to post and like what days makes most sense for my schedule. And we'll see. I haven't set on anything yet. I really want to post on Wednesdays. I don't know why Wednesdays, it just sticks out to me in my brain. So, but we'll see. I do want to post at least once a week though. Hopefully twice a week. I did like posting twice a week when I did post twice a week, which was not very frequently, but I did like it, and I liked having 2 videos out, you know, within a week. It was fun. I really liked filming, so I kind of want to like build that back up, but for right now I kind of want to start slow. I kind of want to ease into it more, because I kind of just like tried just going full in on it, and it just didn't work very well. So that is another goal. I would love to be able to post twice a week and figure out a proper schedule, but for right now I'm gonna give myself at least once a week, just as like a basis, you know. Yeah, something to work up to. Another goal of mine is to read more of genres and that I don't usually pay attention to, and I want to read at least 1 graphic novel or manga a week. Granted, I don't have any unread on my shelves currently, so it's probably going to be a little bit difficult starting out. So I'm not going to hold myself to like too high a standards for that specifically, just because I also do really enjoy reading graphic novels in the summertime. I don't know why. It's like my favorite thing to read in the summer. I don't know. So I probably will, like, even if I don't read a graphic novel a week in January, I'll probably make that up sometime in summer, you know, especially when I do like because also the library is closed, so I can't go to the library and pick out graphic novels anyways. So I'm just kind of like gonna, you know, let this year flow as I want, you know, however it happens, it happens. And yeah, I want to read more nonfiction. I made that goal last year, and I read more nonfiction, just not as much as I wanted. I read a total of 9 nonfiction last year, which is more than I read in 2019, so it completed that goal. But I do want to read more than 9 for this year, just because I love nonfiction, and I just don't give it like much thought, just because like it does take a lot more out of me to read, especially because of the nonfiction I read. It's usually like memoirs about, you know, like people's lives. That's what a memoir is, or like biographies and stuff like that, and like learning about like people's lives and they like how they go through things. It kind of like, you know, it's a heavy thing to read, and it's not always like joyous and fun. So that's why I don't really gravitate towards nonfiction all that much, but it is something that I want to read more of. So I want to read more than 9, more than what I did this year, just to like kind of get myself into like that genre a little bit more. And you know, I loved all 9 of the nonfictions I read last year. I'm pretty sure those are the highest rated. I'm pretty sure those are like my highest rated genre I've read so far, just because I love nonfiction. I love the books that I read, and whenever I do get around to reading it, I absolutely love it. So I do want to like push myself further and you know, dive deeper into that genre this year. Another genre I really want to dive more into is thrillers and horrors. Just because that's like my favorite genre to watch in film. And I've read a decent bit of thrillers that I've loved them. So I really want to get more into that and add horror in there, because I don't think I've read much horror. I'm pretty much stick to thrillers when I do read something like that. So I also want to incorporate that in as well, just because I think it's something that I would love. But yeah, I don't want to like hold myself to like too high standards for 2021, because then I feel like I'm gonna lose a lot of momentum and like, you know, just inspiration, you know, and I don't want to do that to myself too early on, especially after being in such a long reading slump. So I kind of just want to, sorry, just thought of this. I also want to read more middle grade. Okay, back to, just because like I love reading, and it's always been about like the love of it for me and just like entertainment value. And I think that's also another thing that got me into such a reading slump last year, is because I was trying to like force myself to make content out of reading, and I was being so much more critical of what I was reading that it became really unfun for me. So I just needed to step back from it all, and I've had that and much more. So 2021, like, my another goal is to just make this year a fun year with reading and not take it as seriously as I did before, because this is a side hobby. This is just for fun. This is just for my entertainment. And when it became not so fun, it was just kind of annoying and not fun. But yeah, so I didn't make any notes for this video, which I should have, because I don't know if I'm like forgetting something that I wanted to touch on. But I think that's it. I am filming a vlog for this week that I hopefully will will upload, just because I don't have anything to upload, so might as well. But yeah, if I think of anything that I missed, then I'll probably touch on it in my vlog. Yeah, I'm sorry for missing out so much of 2020. I also like got really into other side hobbies. Like I started sewing, I started knitting, which I'm pretty sure I started knitting before I ended or like stopped filming, but I've been into like knitting and sewing and like gaming. My brother gave me his old gaming laptop, which I love, and I can play like Minecraft all the time. I love Minecraft so much. But yeah, so I've been getting in, and I started watching like a ton of shows with my sister and like a ton of movies with my sister, and that's been kind of a reoccurring thing because she's home from college. So yeah, so I've just taken a lot of like time away from reading, and I've had a lot of fun. It's just I'm ready to get back into the reading spirit, and I'm ready to fall back in love with books and, you know, all of that fun stuff. So I will be vlogging this week, and I'm not filming a bullet journal video for the start of 2021, and I don't even think I'm going to be filming my January spreads, just because it's something that like I need to take time for myself, especially because I didn't like do any bullet journaling after I think I did October. I think I bullet journaled in October, but since then I just haven't done anything. So I am gonna like just keep that to myself for this first month, just because I don't know. It's something that like calms me down, except for when I have to film it, then I get like super anxious about messing up, and I don't want to. So yeah. But this was a really, really messy video, and I'm sorry. It was just like my coming back to BookTube, I guess. And if you watched all the way through, thank you so much. I leave all of my socials in the down bar, that thing. If you want to follow me, I primarily just use Instagram. I do have a Twitter, but I like hardly ever use it. And then you can follow me on Goodreads. I would love that. I love interacting with people on Goodreads and seeing what other people are reading. It's always so much fun. So yeah, I guess that's it. And I will hopefully see you guys again in another video very soon. Yeah, start 2020 off strong. 2021. Whew. Okay. See ya. Alright, thank you so much. Once again, I know this video is kind of a mess, a very jumbled up mess, and I probably missed some stuff. I really did. I really should have made notes for this, but I didn't. Sorry? I don't know. Well, thank you so much if you did watch this video. I'm gonna go now because I just keep repeating myself. Alright, thank you so much. Bye!